So a few weeks ago, I've been for my yearly checkup at the doctor's, and besides other things, had an ECG done. And while I was sitting on the stationary bike with all these cables on my chest, I saw the machine spitting out my heart rate, and I looked at that data. I'm like, wow, that looks exactly like the Kepler data, the data from the Kepler Space Telescope that I was working on at that time. And in a certain sense, Kepler is like a giant stellar heart monitor that looks for worlds outside our solar system. So how does it work? So Kepler is a camera in space that points at the same point or the same area of the sky and takes a picture every couple of minutes for weeks, months, years. Same area of the sky, same 100,000 stars in the field of view. And then for each of these pictures, we can measure the brightness of each of these stars and then make a long line of these brightness measurements. And for many of the stars, this line is just a long, boring line, which doesn't mean that the star is dead, it's just boring. And the ones that we are especially interested in are the ones who have little blips in their light curve. So every other day, there's a blip in the light curve, and then the same amount of time later, there's another blip, and then another blip, and then another blip. Just like a heart rate, it blips, blips, blips again. And these little dips in the light curve actually occur when a planet is crossing over the disk of the star, and then it orbits again, and after the same amount of time, it crosses the stellar disk again, and you have another dip, another dip, another dip. And that's how Kepler finds planets, looking for that heart rate, for that reoccurring bip, 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 bip of the star to see that there's a planet. And Kepler is super successful doing it. Just with Kepler, we just doubled or tripled the number of exoplanets that we know just a couple of weeks ago. So right now, we are at about 2,000 planets in other solar systems that Kepler found. And the cool things about having so many planets in other solar systems right now is that we can start extrapolate to the whole galaxy, to the whole universe, how many planets are there, what is the rate, what is the occurrence rate of planets. And one of the first results, they're still pretty rough numbers, so just ballpark numbers, is that for every star there should be a planet, so almost every star has planets. And the occurrence rate of planets that may eventually be habitable or suitable for life is about 10 to 20%. So every 10th to every 5th star that, if you look out in the sky, might have a planet that is suitable for life. And to all these stars outside there, if you're scared about these wobbles in your heart rate, don't be scared. It's totally normal for you as a star to have planets, and it might even be one that can harbor life. Thank you.